Hi there, this is Mia, and finally I'm back to YouTube. It took a long, and if you know my story, I was talking about e-commerce in different countries, e-commerce in Portugal, where I live now, and it was a tough period for me and my family when we moved here. When you are an immigrant, there's always some things and some, I don't like the word problem, but okay, some specifics and some cases that you have to solve. And yes, I literally had no time for YouTube, and I hope that I'm back and I'll be here with you if you're interested, of course. And how can you let me know that you are interested? Of course, follow my YouTube page and you can send me likes. They say that it works, so I have to announce that in the beginning of this video. So, my previous video was a little bit emotional. Let's say it was emotional, and when I posted it, I didn't think a lot, honestly. And what a surprise! I never got any comments below my videos. Below the videos I prepare, I always try to prepare some information, and you see, under my emotional video about what happens right now in my homeland Georgia, there was different comments, and there were some not really hateful, but really, but some guys really wanted to provoke me. I know they are bots or not. Actually, it doesn't matter. What I want to tell you today, as a person who worked for years in e-commerce, in marketing, in digital marketing, and you know that marketing is always related to the customers. Yes, if you think that marketing is only about promotions, new collections, and sales, you have no idea what marketing is. There's a lot of things and subjects which are related to marketing and customer, the core body for what marketing is working for. Because if we don't have any customers, we don't need any marketing. Okay, let's back to the comments. It is always hard to ask people comment your posts, videos, reels, and yes, it is much easier to make a Google review if you don't like service of some random restaurant, or if you didn't enjoy your evening in the movies, for example, or if you went to the store and it was closed during lunchtime. Okay, it is much easier to say about disappointing things instead of saying something good. Of course, there's a lot of people who can do both, but as it seems from most of the comments, most people unfortunately leave negative reviews and negative or even hateful comments. And I guess YouTube is the biggest bouquet of that negative. Why does it happen? Why it happens? And what should we do with that? The digital creators, brand owners, small or big business owners, what should we do with this negative and hate? There's different ways. First of all, it is better to check is if it is a real person or is it a bot. Nowadays, honestly, it is hard to check, and we have a lot of closed accounts in Instagram, for example, and some of my friends have closed accounts with cat user pics, and if I had no idea that they are real persons, I thought that they might be bots and would delete them, but they're a real person and you never know. At the same time, they're really good created bots with AI or with a person made. We don't know, but they look like real person. They say like a real person can do. So you never know who are you talking to, but you can read and you can answer, you can delete or ignore. In what cases we should answer the comments if they are hateful or negative? For example, if a person says some real stuff, for example, I came to your store and it was closed, but your business hours in Google said that you have to be opened. Yes, you can answer that, even if it's not a very kind word said. You can answer, you can apologize, you can invite them and give or offer some gifts, whatever. You can talk with a real person about real subject. You can continue the dialogue. If the person's speech is in a very angry and negative clue, like he is trying to provoke you, using an F words or even threaten you, you have all rights to delete these comments. So, for example, if a person came to your store and you never gave him a smile. We all are humans, and yes, of course, we have to be very nice and kind with our customers, but the customers are humans also, and sometimes that humans are really rude or they acting a bit weird. So no one has to be very kind with that kind of people. If a vendor or a consultant in the store wasn't smiling, it doesn't mean that the store is bad, the products are shitty. The person who tells some kind of incredible stories just because he wasn't in the mood that day, you can delete that kind of comments, and it's okay with that. Don't be afraid. The most important thing here is to not argue with people who are trying to provoke you, with people who have a lot of free time and they're trying to find someone just to argue, and that's all, and they're doing it a lot all over the media. And don't forget about a lot of bots. One more thing, if the speech and comments is really hateful with some kind of racism, nationalism, or accusing something, you have all rights to delete that kind of comment, block the user, and tell about that to the social media when you have this communication. The best scenario of all of these negative conversations, of course, is to convert this negative to the positive. How is it possible? Actually, it is. In the beginning of this video, I told you about some kind of noisy customers who can give you 1 or 2 star rate in Google just because the person in store wasn't smiling, or because they never watched your business hours and your store was closed during lunch and they were disappointed with that. So you always can talk to them, you always can explain, you can do it again, 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 doesn't matter. But if the person is normal, if the person is open to the conversation, or they would do it. And if you offer some kind of small present, or just even a small discount, whatever, small souvenir or bubble gum or something like that, is always a pleasure for both sides. And one more thing, I always asking myself, why people are so angry in social media, people who are doing that. And maybe you will send me a lot of hateful comments below this video. Why are you doing that? There's a lot of therapists in the world right now. In normal countries like Portugal, for example, there are free consultancies. Just use it. Just work with your mind and do not boil in your anger. If you think that your anger will go away after you send some hateful thing to the some random business, it is not true. It will grow and it will eat you from inside, and it will harm your kids if you have them, or your friends, your colleagues. Don't be an asshole. Why are you doing that? I don't know if that angry people who are sending that angry comments can listen to me, but I really hope that someday people gonna understand that social media is the same space as we have in the real life. And until you post something, until you write something in the comments, just think, can you say the same words to the person, just in person, face to face? Can you do that? But please do that with respect to the opponent and to yourself, because all words that we are saying, they are our words and they describe ourselves, not the person, not the service, not the store which we're accusing of something. It describes ourselves. So when you post, or until you post something, I'll remind you, just think about that. Just say that words loudly. Imagine that you are telling the person into his face or her face, and let's see how it works and how it would affect our life and business. That was all for today. I'll try to make more interesting videos for you, and I have something in my pocket, a little spoiler. In my next videos there will be some more interesting stories and more interesting information about small business in Portugal, about small business in, I would not say yet, but yes, still with me. If you are not yet, follow my page. You can subscribe somewhere here, and yes, likes and normal comments are appreciated. Thank you.